It's story time.
And hello, everyone. It's good to see everybody on here, and that's going to be a fun show tonight. I've decided what we're going to end up doing is we're going to cosplay. Everybody that's in the panel, everyone that's in the chat can identify themselves as a Moor, and you can call yourself Chief, Empress, Emperor, Prince, Princess, whatever you want to call yourself. And by the way, the next 2 hours, you guys, diplomatic immunity, unless you are driving or you have to interact with law enforcement, then quit cosplaying. I highly encourage you to quit cosplaying. Today I am the Emperor. Why not? It's my show. I'm going to be the Emperor. I'm going to now introduce our panelists today. First up, ever so lovely, Comedy, Roger Comedy Show. And how are you identifying yourself today?
I am Comedy Show El Bay, Queen of all the land.
Queen of all the lands. And you are practicing your diplomatic immunity for the next 2 hours, correct?
Absolutely. I will answer no questions.
Okay.
After this question.
After that question. And next up, we have David Peoples.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I am doing well.
Oh, you got to check out the new. Did you see Chris Ryder has a new album out?
Let's
check it out.
Let's put you on the big screen here. Let's see what that says. Chris Ryder sings selections including these classics: "I'm a Believer," "I'm Frauding," "Sweet Frauder," "Brother Frauds Travels Frauder Show," "Cracking Frauder," "Song Sung Blue Busted," and that's not all. A duet with Tiffany Napier singing "You Don't Bring Me Frolics Anymore." Okay. All right. Yeah.
I
I
guarantee it'll be at the bottom of the charts.
It's going to actually sell
negative. Fraud, brother frauds traveling fraud at her show. That remember that song?
Yeah, I can almost promise you that's going to sell negative albums. And of course, next up, everyone he wants his friends to call him Mr. Rob, but everyone calls him Mr. Thomas. Rob Thomas.
All rise and stand for Robert Thomas L. Bay, where I would just ignore the 10th Amendment at all costs.
I have stood in and rised in perpetuity.
And by the way, according to the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, I don't have to answer any questions, and I, of course, am immune from everything. You know how they're more? I'm less. That's my first name, Wes Moore.
Wes Moore.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. So let's take a look, see who's all here joining us. And of course, the first person I noticed that's waiting is Mr. Greg Jonick. And Greg, why the heck, he can be the chief. He can be chief of the lands.
Well, we got to
I
have somebody.
second it.
We have to have somebody that have to be the guru.
Someone's got. Well, that's cool. Clear water. Cool clear water is always going to be the guru.
No objection.
Yeah.
It has to be the person we calling that we have to call on the phone every time we get pulled over by the police.
Yes, that would be cool clear water. We have CyberX who's next up, and hey, CyberX, to answer your question, and I'm going to scroll down here where you asked that question, if I can find it. What's the name of that song? That song, which I get from the services, is Unite the Clans by Paulo Colazzi. So that's the name of that song. Yeah, I do agree with you. It does have a good rhythm to it. It has a good beat. And I've been trying to find a way to use it. It's just I like the Dope, which is the name of the intro song. I like how the beat to that, but I thought that was a good song to play during my intros into the timer, 2-minute timer. That being said, the guru himself, Cool Clear Water, is in the house. And Cool Clear Water, how's it going, buddy? Glad to see you. Glad to have you come in. Fraudster Comedy Show's here. Chino Nino's here. And my friend Fraudster Watch. How you doing? How's things going in Australia? It's good that you pop in. My tiny Chihuahua life. How's Tony doing? I hope Tony's doing well. And where's Highway Star? I see. Highway Star's doing well as well. I'm sure he'll pop in soon. And yes, so we got a couple videos for you. One's basically Fraudsters out in the wild, and one's Fraudsters in court. And let's be more specific. Not Fraudsters, Moors, which is loosely, you can say, are sovereign citizens. But the Moors are taking it a whole new, different level. They don't only believe that the laws don't apply to them. They believe that they are citizens of a whole different country that they've never been to.
Well, and they own all the land here.
Yes.
And that we need to go.
Yes, they do.
My question is about the Moors. How can they just take over somebody else's house that's not theirs? And they claim squatters' right just putting up a flag?
Not even squatters' rights. They believe they own the land and everything on it. So they believe they can just walk in, put up a notice saying, this is mine, I've declared it, and everybody should say, okay.
They couldn't try that at my uncle's house. For some reason, they probably would have had some hot lead coming at them. I'm just being honest with it. It would have been some hot lead flying that day.
Well, we both, Rob, we're both in a state that very strongly believes in certain aspects in self-protection.
Right.
And yes, and someone coming into your house and say, this is mine now, does not go over too well to many people in my neck of woods.
Do y'all remember that person? What was her name? Tracy Gale Bay or whatever her name was. She's the one who got arrested up in Philadelphia a while back, and they had it on Facebook. She was doing something on Facebook, and the cops showed up and arrested her. And it turns out they had all the utilities rigged illegally, and they were stealing utilities, and they were squatting, and the whole. Y'all remember her at all?
Yeah, because
I remember her vaguely.
Yeah, she went
Tracy
to the
Gale Bay. That was it.
Yeah, she went to the Department of Electricity saying demanding her power get turned on.
That's right. I remember her.
Yes.
Yeah. She wouldn't give him an address. She gave him a coordinates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that lady was out to lunch. There was one video of her that was it Van Balian, I think, maybe, or one of them. No, it wasn't. It was what was the name of that other channel that used to be so big? The one that had the I gotta hold on. I gotta find it now. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But I mean, she had one where she was getting together with her people and saying, "We're going to go repossess houses today."
I know.
Oh,
I know. Schrodinger's cat covered her a while
Yeah,
ago.
Schrodinger's cat covered her too. That's right. I forgot about that one. Yeah, and Schrodinger.
She
Maybe it was
she got
Schrodinger who did that. I can't remember.
she got mad because I think she was living in an apartment this time, and she got mad because the maintenance people showed up at her apartment to fix something. They went in without her, without her knowing. But if you live in an apartment and you put in a maintenance request, they gonna come there if you're there or not to fix something. They just let you know, you may want to put your pets up.
Oh, it was Degeneration Nation who did it. It was Degeneration Nation. That was the one.
And Robin, also just keep in mind all a landlord has to do before they enter a residence and landlord or representative is in many states just a 24-hour notice.
yeah.
Right. They don't have to. 24-hour notice could be just a note on the door.
Yeah, because I live in an apartment, and if I need something repaired, I will let them know. They will, I'll tell them, well, if I'm not home, you can just come on. You can come on in and repair it, like they did the other week when I was having a problem with my sink. They came in. I wasn't here when they fixed it. I just came back and it was already done.
Right. Exactly, and that's how it's supposed to work with most of your major apartment complexes. But yes, with the Moores, they do believe that they own everything in sight. And if they want it, they're going to try to take it. And it's scary. It really is scary because I can see a lot of different violent acts happen because of that.
Yeah, and well, that's what. Remember the MOVE movement back in the. Also, I think that was in Philadelphia too, when they actually had a riot, and I mean, a bunch of people wound up getting killed. That was a while back, but MOVE was a kind of a related phenomenon to this.
I just want to know, when you watch these court videos and these other videos like the Sob Sis and Moores, why is it they're always in the state of Michigan? Is Michigan a magnet for
I just
Moores?
think-
Yeah, they do seem to. Michigan does seem to
always
attract
Michigan.
people.
I think it's also that you were seeing more of those cases from there because we got actual judges who put their cases on Zoom. It's just also going out through YouTube.
So that's probably true. Yeah, good point.
So
Granted, we have them here in Florida also, but it just seems like Michigan is the capital of Sob Sis and
yeah, I just
Moores.
think at the end of the day, it's probably more coverage. So there's more coverage of Moores in Michigan because of the judges doing their shows. I don't want to say shows. They're doing their court, and they're putting them on YouTube Live for the sole purpose of so that there can be a gallery.
Right.
That one in Massachusetts, that case is going on right now. When they had that standoff on the highway.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And
Uh,
I'm enjoying listening to that court case.
And as you know, DMA actually supported everything that guy said. He actually did it. Not DMA, but not DMA. What's the other crazy guy with the whisk?
Oh
Well,
yes,
yeah,
Whisk
We have to narrow that
Boy.
down.
Yeah,
He was going around with Auditing in America.
yeah.
yeah. He was interviewing that guy, and he was agreeing with everything he said. I'm like, but I'm like, well, I don't see why not he would agree to anything like that.
Oh my goodness! I just got a notice. Loki Laptop has put up a video involving a traffic stop.
Well, that should be highly entertaining.
I am so tempted to go pull that one up and see what it looks like. But in the meantime, let's get Lucid Dreams started a little bit here.
Oh, Cool Clear Water's got it, and Little Chihuahua's got it.
Yeah.
Fake Mike, Real News.
Fake Mike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have other names I would give to them, but they're not very pleasant names.
Welcome back to my corner of the internet, guys. I am the Lucid Dream, and this one is going to be a little bit different as I had a very lovely subscriber send me this video, and I thought it might be fun. Now, most of you have probably seen this already. It is making the rounds, but big shout out to the channel Unspoken Crime Murders. This is where the original footage came from, and I am, of course, talking about the two Moorish citizens inside the library. And the first thing I have to say about this is, why am I never around when this stuff is going down? Like, I would pay money to have had a front row seat in that library to when this was happening. It literally would have made my day, would have made my week. I would have loved to have been there to see this happen. Anyway, first and foremost, to all of my channel members and subscribers, whether you have been here from the beginning or you are just joining us now, I would not be here without you. So every day, always, thank you. Let's go ahead and get into it.
How's it going, guys? You all right?
Yes.
How
This
you
is
doing?
Elder Demon Bay, Moorish American National, with the Moorish National Republic Federal Government. We're protected under treaties and Constitution. And my whole thing is that we're here protecting ourselves under Constitution.
They want you guys to leave.
All right. Well, I'm letting you know. That I'm Empress Luna Latoya Bay. I'm with the Moorish National Republic Federal Government and Moorish American Consulate.
Okay.
I'm a Moorish Consul General, and I'm protected under treaties and Constitution. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And right now we are communicating with our consulate, and they're already on notice.
Okay.
Okay. Now.
Okay, already. I'm just wondering, who is she really talking to when she's saying that they're communicating with the consulate?
I don't know, but the other guy looks like he's communicating with spirits or something.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks scary.
Yeah, I think it was not necessarily spirits, but maybe maybe some spirits of other kinds, you know. So yeah, I mean that right there, right away. I am consulate. I am empress. I am this. I am that, and I'm here treated. What?
What's
Oh,
amazing is they all talk to these people like everybody should know exactly what they're talking about, and just go, "Oh, I'm sorry, miss. I understand. What is your consulate saying? How can we help?"
Right. Yes, and and this is and last I've checked, you cannot just have diplomatic immunity because you said you have diplomatic immunity. It's something that's got to be granted to you by the State Department.
Yeah.
And the State Department's not going to just give it to, let's say, Fraudulent Watch. Oh, you're from Australia. Okay, here's your diplomatic immunity. No. Fraudulent Watch, and I'm using him for example because I see his name up here. Hey, Booger, how's it going, buddy? And Daniel Hare, how you doing? And because the government of Australia has to tell Fraudulent Watch, yeah, we trust you to go over to the United States and be our representatives over there. And then we would extend the courtesy, or the State Department would. No, you don't go write down a piece of paper that you got diplomatic immunity, and get it notarized, and you got diplomatic immunity. It just does not work that way. If it did, we all would have diplomatic immunity.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you mean we don't all have diplomatic immunity? When did that happen?
Well, David, you're more than permitted. Well, right now we do, because for the next 2 hours, as long as this show's going on, we are practicing diplomatic immunity on this show. We're cosplaying. So as long as there's no actual police officer showing up at your house, or you're driving, or anything crazy like that,
Be traveling.
Traveling if you're cosplaying, but when you're not cosplaying, you're driving.
So
Does it also mean we have $1 billion we can draw from?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Good.
Yeah. So next 2 hours with that, from that $1 billion, you go buy your new car or whatever else you need.
Well, I need to go get one of those buckets from KFC to put on my head, paint it red. Paint it red and put a tassel on it.
There you go. That sounds like it would work.
But really though, you can look at this chick and see, you can look at her and see, the lights are on, but nobody's home.
Yeah, but she's not as bad as the guy though. Good Lord, that guy.
No, he's just stoned out on something. You could tell
Oh,
he's
yeah.
on something.
Oh yeah, he definitely looks stoned out. Well, let's keep this going. This couple does definitely do entertain. And by the way, I did take a few minutes to take a look at that Lucky Laptop video. I might just throw it up on here before we go because it is him showing a traffic stop, and we can break this one down really good because it's Lucky.
You got law books.
Yeah, we can make fun of him. Trust me. I looked at it without sound. I'm looking at it going, I'm noticing some things right away. So let's get this going.
You still have to leave.
Okay.
So I have questions. I really want to know, what does one have to do to become an empress? Like, what steps do I have to take where I can legitimately look someone straight in the eye and tell them that I am an empress? I'm curious. Unless I got to do shit like this and like invade libraries with aliens. I mean, I'm not up for that, but I wouldn't mind knowing. And I like the sound of the time.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to suggest to everyone that hears this, just write to Lucid Dreams and just wake up and say you're an empress.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. Yeah. Just wake up and say you're an empress. And everyone,
Say
just
from Morocco.
Yeah. Yeah. Just post that in the comments section for. Well, I will actually. I'll tell you what. I know I got some very creative folks in the chat. Let's create a petition, a change.org petition. Refers to Lucid, a petition. Let's about referring the Lucid Dreams as Empress. And let's see if we can get that thing circulated.
Well, let's see. That would be how can we do that? Gotta think about this one for a minute.
Yeah. And by the way, they do have an AI feature, so all you have to do is just kind of put some stuff in there and it'll actually write you up a little decent reasoning.
Title Empress.
Under constant jurisdiction. I'm Aladdin Murak Bey, ex-relation to Navon Gilroy, the corporate name, and then you have Luna Latoya Bey, all right? Ex-relation Lydia Smith, but we're in honor, okay? And we need to see 3 forms of identification. I need to know who you are. Okay.
Listen.
We need to.
So listen.
We're commanding to see a sheriff.
So listen. Well, the sheriff we don't need to get the sheriff. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys need to leave. Okay. Because
What's
you guys.
going on?
Because listen to me.
I'm waiting on our consulate. We're waiting on our consulate.
You are going to leave the building, or you're going to go
Are
to
you
jail for
forcing me
trespassing.
against my will under threat, duress, and coercion?
No, I'm
Are
telling
you
you have to
forcing me
leave
against
because
my
this
will?
is their property, and they're
I'm
telling
letting
you
you
are
know.
going to leave the
Do
property.
you deal with
okay?
any treaties or constitutions?
Okay, listen to me.
What is your nationality? I'm letting
You are
you know we're
going to
already
leave
in
the
going
building,
communication with the
or you are going to
Archbishop.
go to jail for trespassing.
It would
It's up
only
to
be
you.
kidnapping. I don't accept your
It's
offer
not-
to contract.
It's not kidnapping.
I'm commanding
it's
you
an
as the
arrest.
direct lawful heir.
I am commanding you as a police officer of Dayton that
to
you
show
are
me
in
3
Dayton
forms of
to leave
identification.
Yeah,
the
but
building
these
and
guys
go
are
to
just
jail.
plain
It's up to you.
nuts.
It's only I don't accept
In a
your offer
minute,
to
she's going to
contract.
claim to be an
Over-
alien, you think.
I have no
This
idea
is the
what
same one I'm
she's
thinking about.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
My question is, who is that around her neck?
See, I thought that was some sort of ID, but that's definitely not her.
That is not her.
So I don't know who that is supposed to be.
Maybe it's part of the consulate.
Probably, yes.
Could
I mean,
be.
they have
Could be. Oh, hey, Doc, I put a couple links for those 2 videos we were talking about earlier in the chat. If you want to see them after this one.
Okay. All right. So, okay, let's keep this going.
But this lady, apparently, yeah, she has a
So
picture.
you can make a
Somebody's
vote of
picture
30
around
days
her
and go to
neck.
jail.
Okay. I'm letting you know I don't accept your offer to contract.
And I'm letting you know that you have to leave the building for 30
Do
days
you
to go
have
to
an
jail.
Article 3 federal court? Do you have an?
Okay,
I'm
ma'am.
letting you know. If
You
you
can
don't
leave or
have
you
a
can go to jail.
if you
It's
don't
up to you.
have,
They have to be here. That's our international protection. I've already been communicating with them for the last 2 days.
Okay.
Our whole thing is to get grounded on jurisdiction and status. However,
So listen, okay, you have to leave this building, okay, because the staff doesn't want you here anymore, and you can't come back for 30 days, okay? And if you don't want to leave, then you guys can go to jail, okay?
I don't want to get kidnapped right now, okay?
Well, you're not going to get kidnapped.
Yes, because
I'm telling you that you guys can't be here.
Lawfully
You
arrested.
can't even be in my land either, but I'm not doing that. If you're an honor, you be here. Now as the beneficiary of the state, hold on. We're making lawful commands as the beneficiary and heirs.
Right, but they can let you know that they don't want you to be here, so you can't be
How
here.
can they be
So you guys either need
beneficiaries
to
of the
leave or you
state
can
and
go
not
to
even
jail.
citizens of the state?
Okay, let's say that again.
How can he claim to be a beneficiary of the state if he's not even a citizen of the state? I don't get that part.
Well, this is the thing I've noticed about them. They're not part of the state until there's benefits to be part of the
Funny
state.
how that works.
Yes.
Yeah, how can you be part of the Constitution, but yet not part of the Constitution, not follow everything?
Selective comprehension.
I'm afraid that's one that Long Island Audit would have to explain.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe we need Attorney Shield to kind of help us on that one.
Or maybe we need that lady who was talking. Maybe we need that lady that was talking to Joey Surreal Camera.
Oh, Kiki.
Yeah, her.
Oh, is that her name?
Yeah.
I didn't ever call her name. Kiki, huh?
Yeah, Kiki. Yeah,
That's Kiki.
Kiki.
That was hilarious. It's like a joke that wrote itself. A soft sitting a frauditor walks into the courthouse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was just waiting for the punchline.
All I know is that I think she totally confused Joey on that one.
Hey, did you guys ever see the court case? She was a soft sit, and she got charged and found guilty of practicing law without a license. She was standing in the courthouse telling people that they didn't have to comply with the tickets they were getting.
Oh yeah, I see.
Oh
that
yeah,
one.
I do remember that one sort of. I can't. Where was that? That was in Florida, wasn't it?
I think either Teen Skeptic covered that one or either NCR News covered that one.
I know a lot of people covered that one.
That one's it's probably a good thing that they said something, because some people would actually listen to her and then get themselves in worse trouble.
Oh, the kid did listen to her.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote on the ticket, I was traveling or something. I reserve all my rights. And then he turned the ticket in and he got in trouble.
Yeah. And, at least it was not something serious. I mean, yeah, you got in a little trouble. Now he knows better. But
And with soft sits, I've never figured this out either. If they're not in commerce and they get pulled over, why do they always claim uniform commercial code to get out of the ticket?
Yeah.
That one's just too weird.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And then here's the thing. I'm going to just say, you're trying to make a legal argument with a police officer out on the street. That's not the place where you're going to make a legal argument.
Yes,
And
that's right. Your court date will be at 417 on Highway 95 South.
Yeah.
I was watching the soft sit video today. The police pulled them over, and he going through the whole script, and the guy asked him. He told him that he wasn't, like they say, traveling in commerce, but yet he told him that he was door dashing. I'm like, well, you are, in commerce then.
Yeah, that's a good definition of
Like you in
commerce.
commerce, you working. So the man said, let me see your license and registration. So he just went on and on. He said, are you operating under the 10th Amendment? Are you operating under the 10th Amendment? So it was, I was watching that video today.
And hello, Knock who's there. By the way, if you just came in and didn't call it, we are doing we are pretending to be, or we're cosplaying as Moors. So you can identify yourself as whatever title you want to identify yourself, and you can practice your diplomatic immunity as long as it's in the process of cosplaying it from home, not while you're driving or interacting with police or anyone else. They might actually put you somewhere. All right. But yes, soft sets and Moors, the fiction in their heads, they're even worse than the fraudsters. I think the fraudsters, I mean, most of those guys, it's a grip. They're about to paycheck.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But the soft sets, the Moors, they believe what they're saying. But I do believe I know what occupation the first soft set person was.
What's that?
One of those auto glass repair people.
Probably. That makes sense.
I want to tell you now, if I ran one of those companies, I would have a lot of soft set pamphlets all around with a coupon code.
Safe light repair, safe light replace.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you, I'm not afraid of frauditors, but I am afraid of those sovereign citizens.
Yes, because
and how many people they can just get to believe it. That scares me.
It is, and well, this morning Heads was even talking about that. I don't know. Got a few people were in there. And hey, Fat Gamer Falcats, how you doing? And Nightman's wife. Nice to see both of you. But Heads was even saying, for about an hour, he was looking at it and considering what they were saying until he came across enough information going, oh, yeah, these guys are full of mess. So, I'd said the same thing. Initially when I started watching fraudsters and stuff, I was watching guys like Long Island Audits and started going down that rabbit hole until I finally realized these guys are full of mess. Took me a little bit longer than an hour, but yeah. So these guys can really present themselves and being really knowledgeable, but when you really start breaking things down, going, wait a minute, this guy didn't even graduated from high school, and he said that he'd study on the internet. Well, if you have, hey, Highway Star, it's good to see you. I kind of sort of said hey to you earlier, but you weren't around. But you really think about it, these guys, their only source of education is from Google and
YouTube University.
Yeah, YouTube University, and we know how often do we see bad information? Yeah, how often do we see bad information get passed around online on the internet? More often than not. So, yeah. So I would rather go look at someone who has actually been to a law school, passed the law school, maybe even passed the bar. When I start seeking things, better understanding about the Constitution, than someone that says, "I read about it online." So.
Not allowed to come back for 30 days. What's your name?
I don't have a name. I have a title. You get your name.
Okay. Yes or no? Do you want to leave?
What kind of drugs, in what amount, and for how long do you have to take for this to be reasonable behavior? For you to wake up in the morning and say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be an empress today. I mean, unless you actually are an empress, but that's beside the point. But this behavior, specifically, you can tell the guy's on something. The woman hides it a little bit better, although she is probably the crazier of the two. The guy, you can tell, is absolutely on something. I'm just curious what it is. Like, what drug do you get this from?
I'm grabbing my documents and I'm letting you know, okay?
Get your documents and let's go.
I need to see some identification.
Badge right here, name right there. Grab your documents.
Oh, I love that. I need to see some identification. And Marty Taylor, he has accepted that cosplay role so well. In decree of my Moorish appellation to be Mar El Bey, the emperor of the Moorish Empire, from Timbuktu in Tulsa. All the land of wealth belongs to the Moors. all in life in Morocco. Got it?
Let's,
Yeah.
let's not forget now. We're supposed to use magic words.
Uh,
You ever
magic
heard
word,
of use the magic words?
like what? Give us a simple magic word.
Okay, it was one video we was watching. The lady was driving, had a whole bunch of police behind her. She
Uh-huh.
started saying "shuk boom, shuk bomb" or something. Cause I'm like, what is she saying? It's supposed to be like some type of incantation that she was doing to get the police from off her tail, but they stayed right behind her. So that's what I'm saying. We all have to use magic words, and my magic words is "gitchy gitchy ya ya ya."
Well, she could have just been shaky boom, don't you just love it?
And Nerd Girl, Jen's World, how you doing? Nice to see you. And remember, continue cosplaying during this episode. Cosplay
And
is immoral.
let's all remember, once the judge leaves the bench, the case is dismissed.
Yeah, right.
Oh, once he leaves the vessel.
Yeah, the vessel.
Once he deboards.
And it's not even called a car or vehicle, it's a automobile. Or either something that, what else they call it?
Vessel.
Vessel.
Yeah.
Yeah, departing the ship.
Yeah. Yes, they call it vessel, and it's kind of weird how they call that. Well, what I also find very interesting is they also have their own law enforcement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. We need somebody to be the attorney general.
Yeah. Okay.
That could be Will. Will could be the attorney general.
Well, if he shows up, he can be. No, actually, I don't think Will should be the attorney general. What we should do is contact Chilean while he's in jail and tell him he's the attorney general of this more nation.
You already think he's a constitutional scholar.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said that's.
No. He's a 20-year constitutional law scholar.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he should be the attorney general.
If he was so good at constitutional law, why he sitting in jail?
Well, we can ask Rogue Nation the same question too. If he's so knowledgeable of law, why is he on probation?
Exactly.
Yeah. But let's continue. And liar, pants on fire. How you doing?
Yeah. Well, apparently his pants are on fire.
Yeah, I imagine so.
So I'm letting you know you're denying us due process of law.
Is that your folder too?
Who gave you the permission
Is
to
that your
transact
folder
business
too?
within our borders? Are you guys?
Is that your
Are
folder?
you guys attempting to kidnap the national?
Look, you're gonna leave. You're gonna go to jail for trespassing.
We can only be kidnapped. We're commanded to speak with a sheriff.
Out of the building.
Here. We're waiting on our consul.
We're commanded to speak.
You have
with
to
a
leave the
sheriff
building,
who's
or you're gonna go to jail for trespassing. It's up to you.
Okay.
You guys need to walk
We're
out of the
commanded
building.
to speak with Robert Shrek.
And I am commanding you to leave the building.
Okay. Is your recorder on?
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely.
For the record, on the record. All right.
Absolutely.
I need to see 3 forms.
No,
of
you do not. You
identification.
need to grab your stuff and leave, or you're going to go to jail for trespassing.
Do you have a delegation of authority order signed by an article to the
Okay,
federal
grab your
court?
stuff and leave, or you're going to handcuffs right now.
I'm letting you know our consulate's
Okay,
on the
put
way.
your stuff on the table.
I'm not accepting your offer.
Put your purse on the table.
This is my.
Okay,
this
put
is
your
my,
stuff
I'm
and your
letting
purse
you
on
know.
the table.
We're walking out
You're,
the door.
you're
and we're all going
forcing
in
me
handcuffs,
against my
okay?
will. I'm
Chop's
under
gonna
threat,
go.
duress, and coercion.
Put your stuff on the table, or you're getting put in handcuffs. Okay, get.
And Knock did say this.
Who's
I would
that?
have to. Yeah. I saw this video. Holy crap! These two have serious mental health issues.
Yeah, these two really do have serious mental issues.
Yeah, one on the right, he's definitely on something. He is definitely, and no, I'm not talking about the police officer. I'm talking about the other gentleman. But the lady on the left.
I think we knew who you was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had that one down, Doc. Thanks.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. But that lady, I don't know whether she's on something or not, but there is definitely
a little bit of arterial flow problem above the neck.
Yeah. There's a lack of synapse connections there, because they sure as hell. I mean, I'm listening to them. She believes what she's saying.
Yeah, these two have definitely drank the Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah. And that makes. I mean, they're scary. Really is. It's really scary that they believe this so heavily hearted.
Utterly.
Yes, and it is that what boils down to. I think a lot of this is they read one or two parts of a government document that supports a little bit of their theories, and then just after that, just go way out in the left field with what it means.
Well, it's like when they read Poster 7. They read the first 2 sentences and say, "See, I can do it."
Yep, exactly.
Told you so. Ha ha.
It says right there, I can record if you have written permission. Oh, that's not why that means. But it says
because
right
you
there.
say you're the press doesn't mean you're the press.
Yeah. Press, yeah.
What these are the ones who say, "Well, I can't read."
Well, then why you ain't press neither? So
I'm sorry when they say, "Well, what if I can't read?" That's not my problem.
yeah. Then you did not study hard enough. Yeah, you should have gone to school.
That sounds like
That's-
a you problem.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason I started my channel was Fake Mike Real News would go around saying, what if I was autistic? Because the autistic people can't read. And I'm like, excuse me, I'm autistic and I can read just fine. Thank
I
you.
know plenty of autistic people that can read.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can also do math. How about that one?
Wait a minute. You mean one of these guys was wrong about something? Oh my!
No.
I would have been looking at there's something wrong with you if you walk around with a whisk.
There was something else I thought he should have been walking around with, but I won't say that in front of polite company. Just saying. Okay.
Put your stuff
I'll
in the
command
or
you
you're
to
going
speak with
to
Rod
jail.
Shrek. Michael Robert Shrek.
Supervisor.
Okay, or a supervisor.
Okay, then let's go outside
Okay.
because you're not allowed in this
So
building
with all
anymore.
due
And I'll call my
respect-
supervisor out here. He'll meet us outside.
And you guys as
Okay?
subjects and trustees within our borders, this is a lawful
Let's go.
command.
Here, take your stuff.
Okay?
Let's go.
You
Grab
can
your
only
folder.
force us against our will. We
Grab your
don't
folder.
accept your
Let's
offer
go.
of
This is yours
contract.
too. Here, let's
I'm
walk
letting you
outside. Let's go.
Okay?
Come on. Let's go.
Don't
This way.
touch me. Keep your hands to
You're going to get
yourself.
put in handcuffs. You're going to go.
I'm letting you know you're forcing me against my
That's
will.
it. That's fine.
You
Let's
guys,
go.
I need you guys to be in honor. You hear me?
We are. Let's go.
Okay? I
go.
need you to show me respect like you show your mother. You hear
Well,
me?
you're not showing us respect, so let's go.
Okay? I'm the direct lawful heir.
I don't
Okay?
care. Let's
And
go.
you're my Moroccan subject and
Right
trustee
now, you're
within
gonna
my
have to-
borders.
Let's go.
Really?
Oh, it gets better. Keep watching. It gets better.
Yeah, I just had to laugh out loud on that one. I want everyone here to laugh.
Okay? And I don't accept
Let's
your
go.
offers.
Let's go.
And you're going to be fine for
Let's
that.
go.
You're going to be
Well, at
fine
least
for
the
that.
guy have a little bit of common sense trying to get him out of
Keep your
there.
hands- Keep your hands to yourself.
Let's go.
I bet you would love to touch the ancient.
Rob, were you saying something? I'm sorry.
I'm like the guy trying to not get her arrested.
He
You
is
see,
trying to
put
get her
you
out.
out there.
Yeah, he may believe it. He might be on something, but he's got enough sense about him saying, let's get out of here while we can get out of here.
In other
Yeah,
words,
he does
he's
kind of
there,
have that
but
let's get all the getting good look on his face.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get out of here while we can.
Egyptian gods, wouldn't you?
Let's go.
Okay?
Out the door. Let's go.
back to the Egyptian god.
We're communicating with our consulate and they're already on notice.
Sounds good.
Okay, anything you do, you're forcing us against our. You're forcing us
Where do you
against
wanna
our.
go?
Don't
Which way
touch
you want
me.
that one?
Keep your hands to yourself.
You're gonna make this difficult. Okay.
Okay,
Pick a
let's
door.
let's
If
just communicate.
If you want
hear me?
this to go smoothly,
It's already going smoothly because
Walk out the
we're in our
door.
sovereign capacity.
out that door. Let's go. Go.
Okay?
Let's go. Come on.
I'm
Let's
letting
go.
keep your hands to yourself.
Listen, you're not cooperating. Let's go.
Okay, keep your
Let's-
hands to yourself, not a lawful command. Okay, keep
on.
your hands to
Let's
yourself. And you're kidnapping me, and
Let's go.
and I'm under threat, duress, and
Let's go.
terror.
You're coming. You're coming too.
Okay.
All right. Let's go.
Keep your hands
Let's go.
to yourself.
Now.
Okay, we have not violated any treaties or constitution.
Let's go.
Okay.
Come on. Let's go.
All right,
Let's
we're
go.
letting you know.
That's fine. That's fine. Let
Okay.
me know all you want. Let's go.
All right, so you guys are going to get deported.
That's fine.
Okay.
Let's go.
We need it. Okay.
Let's go.
Deported. Yeah.
It's a setup. I know it's a setup.
Let's go.
From our
Okay.
country
Are
because
you
you're
attempting
wars
to
and you're in
assassinate-
charge.
I'm sorry, what's that, David?
Well, that's
Jesus,
their
you're
argument.
gonna
That this is all their land and they control it, and so they can deport anyone who's not like them.
You're right.
Sharon,
Well,
actually, that one video I put a link in there. Sharon, what's her name, explains that philosophy pretty well.
Okay. I'm going to also point something else out here. Notice what they're carrying. Both of them have paperwork. And in that paperwork, they were trying to use it to show that they had their sovereign and diplomatic rights to the police officers. So the question I have to ask: does a normal human being walk around with that much paperwork just so they can show that they have diplomatic immunity? And
All
that
I
ain't-
know is I wrote up paperwork to say I own a car at the dealership, and they wouldn't let me take the car, and I was a little upset.
Did you call the police?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I told them that you're my boss. I'm your boss, and you got to do what I tell them and arrest these people for not letting me take my car.
I wanted to put the Moroccan flags on my car. Well, my automobile.
Remember, it's not
But,
a car;
you
it's a
know-
conveyance.
Yeah, my conveyance. It's not even a Moroccan flag. I'm sorry, but you know well, yeah, you can say the Moroccan flag. I wanted to put that on my conveyance, and drive with no license, no insurance, no registration, no tag, and wanted to go as fast as I could, even through a speed zone. Even through a speed zone. Hey, they can't. If it's no victim, it's no crime.
Rob, like I said, as long as you're not driving right now, you can cosplay all you want to. You can sit there and pretend you're driving through the school zone right in this moment.
Well, I'm traveling.
You can get you can get yourself a plate, let that sit like a steering wheel in front of you.
Okay.
And you go,
I even took the D off my gear shift and put a T there for traveling. So my automobile says park, reverse, neutral, traveling, low.
Honestly, I'm surprised none of them have done that yet.
And I sit in my traveling seat behind the steering wheel, and I just travel all day.
Well, Rob, I think you hitting the nail on the head on that one, man. Patrick Alger, how you doing, my friend? It's good to see you on here.
Well, I sit there with the bucket of KFC with the chicken box on my head, painted red with a tassel, all day going through.
Hey, so let me ask you this: what happened to the chicken?
Well, their heads look like a little small chicken box, right? The little chicken bucket.
Yeah, but what
The
happened to
KFC
the chicken?
chicken bucket.
But what happened to the chicken that was in the box?
I gave it the wheel.
You gave it the wheel, or did you throw it at wheel?
Throw it the wheel, hit it the wheels. As long as it's that wheel.
It was wheel has it. Okay. Fraudulent Comedy Show. So you know what we're referencing here. Will had was showing us like a private streaming party, a video of Judge Matheson, right?
Judge Matheson.
Yeah. Where basically a guy attacked another guy with a bucket of chicken.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
He hit him with 2 pieces of chicken and a biscuit.
Yeah.
What a waste of a good biscuit.
Well, I was about to say, well, at least good chicken.
I was like, no mashed potatoes and gravy, no coleslaw, nothing.
Well, he was
and I really wanted to ask, was it original or extra crispy? Because if it's extra crispy, that could really hurt because that extra crispy skin start coming off.
Yeah, it could have done some damage to you. All right, let's just keep this going. We're not careful. We're going to talk about fried chicken all night now.
To assassinate the
Let's go.
nationals. Keep your hands to yourself.
Listen.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Listen.
Everybody get your cameras out.
Let's go.
Everybody get your cameras out.
Let's go.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Let's go.
And that's a lawful command.
Come on, both of you
hear
out
me?
this door right now.
Okay,
Let's
we
go.
don't accept your offer to contract.
I don't care what you
and
accept.
we're
Let's
already
go.
ongoing. Okay?
Then call them all. Okay,
We
let's
are
go.
in ongoing communication with our bishop and the
Let's go.
provost marshal. Okay?
let's
You're
go,
forcing us against our will.
Yes, I am.
We don't accept your offer to contract.
What is a soft-sit national anthem?
Oh my
God!
Oh, that is so good.
And you notice they went from being in conference with their consulate to being into conference with their bishop. I thought that was interesting.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Can I see these?
Okay, no, you cannot. Okay?
You saw the guy trying to calm her down because he knew what was going to happen. He knew they were going to go to jail. He was trying to bring her down a notch or two and hope that she would shut the fuck up, and it did not happen. I really want to know if you were to put her and Chili against each other in a debate, who is going to be the bigger loser?
Oh, that is a good question. Yeah. That's a good question. That is a very good question.
If you put her and Chili in the debate, who would be the what she say the biggest
loser? Yeah, the biggest loser.
It's a tie.
You think it's a tie?
It'll be a tie. Because they both could be speaking nonsense.
What do you think, Roger Comedy Show?
I'm putting my vote on Chili because that dingbat's already in jail.
Yeah. Well, she's going to jail by the looks of it. Wait, she's going.
Yeah, but we don't know how long she's going for. They may just catch her and release her. Chili's there for what, 6 months or something?
Yeah.
I mean, all they got her for was ultimately was trespassing.
Yeah,
catch and release.
Yeah, it's going to be a catch and release. Don't do that again. Bye bye. So yeah. Plus, I think good defense attorney could get her out of any serious trouble because it's very obvious she's not playing with a full deck.
Oh yeah, there's a competency hearing.
Yeah.
And remember now, we always have to represent ourselves. We don't have an attorney. We have to represent ourselves.
That's
we
true.
Contract with the government.
That is true, but the judge can also say that this person does not comprehend well enough to represent themselves.
But they have to prove jurisdiction.
Wait, even Saab says not going to be competent. I'm shocked.
I'm sorry.
Because neither one of them.
What's that?
I'm sorry. I couldn't have been a judge because if they would have said prove jurisdiction, I would have just said, "Can you spell it first?" I'm like, spell it first.
There was one video that was out a while back where some soft-set lady was saying something like, "Judge, you haven't proven your jurisdiction yet." So he looked at her and said, "Well, man, you need to come up here." Does this for a little while. Finally, he says, "Well, I'll prove jurisdiction to you, deputy. Take her into custody. She's in contempt."
Like when they say
that kind of established jurisdiction. I think.
Have you seen the ones where the judges go, "I could prove jurisdiction right now. You showed up."
Yep.
If I didn't have jurisdiction, I would not be showing up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Exactly. If the judge didn't have jurisdiction over you, I'm like, you wouldn't be here today.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And then it's because you would have issued a warrant for my arrest. I'm like, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have
They
control.
have jurisdiction.
Who's going to win, but who is going to be the bigger loser? Because they're both going to talk circles around each other. I mean, this debate could go on for days. But I really want to know who would come out on top.
Okay, I need you to be an honest.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay? I need you to be an honest. You're good.
I got him here. I'll throw him.
It's already not.
You got cuts.
I've already seen you. You hear me? You're going to be okay. All right?
You got him.
You hear me? Okay. Do you hear me? Under international law, do you deal with any treaties or constitutions? Do you? Do you deal with any treaties? What's your nationality? And don't damage my stuff. Okay? Okay, I'm letting you know.
Give me your hands.
I'm letting you know that I'm under
fighting me.
I'm not fighting nobody.
Keep your hands behind your back. Understand?
Now, right now, we're letting you know that we're under threat, direct coercion. We're demanding to speak. This is a setup. Everybody get your phones out. They're attempting to assassinate the national. We got cameras. Okay, we're letting you know. Okay, this is coming from an article.
If you look at the library, there's nobody in there but them.
Yeah, well, there's a couple people around, but they are very, very vocal. They're attempting to assassinate the.
Everybody get your phones out. I'm like, it's nobody here but two people.
Well, she's talking to all the voices in her head.
Yeah, well, yeah, and there's probably good many voices in there.
I would go on the limb and say she has 13 voices in her head, but she only can hear 12 because number 13 is deaf. That's what I would say. She actually have to use sign language to talk to number 13.
Oh my goodness.
Court, okay? You like being in, our borders, don't you?
Come on,
so
walk.
I need do
Walk.
my first.
Let's go. We will come back for all your stuff.
Okay, no, I'm commanding to have my things.
Okay, listen.
Okay.
You're not demand much of
Out the
anything.
building.
And you can loosen up on the national. Come on.
Walk then.
Okay,
Because you're not walking.
I can walk.
Okay, then walk.
Okay, and
Okay.
I'm just saying.
That means quit pulling away and walk.
We're commanding to speak with a
Come
sheriff.
on.
Do you hear me?
Come on, step over.
What is
I watch
this?
a shoot
I'm
the sheriff.
Listen, our concept's already on the way.
Keep walking.
I'm letting you know. Okay.
I'm letting you know that you are disobeying
I'm
order of a
letting-
police officer.
Let
Okay?
me see 3 forms of identification.
You can see my badge and my name. Let's go.
Okay,
No, I didn't. I told you I was Officer of Dayton Police. Keep walking.
Okay, we're already in going communications.
Hey, be an honor, man.
Come on, man. Come on.
Then walk. You are not walking. You are pulling behind. You are not walking. Okay? So walk.
And everyone, we have our international audience in the house. Frolitor Watch, how you doing, my friend?
Yeah, not too bad. I just got back from the shop and made a phone call to Australia Post.
All right. Yeah,
How you
we're
doing,
having-
man?
It's good to see you. It's good.
Sorry.
Yes. And are you scheduling any new videos here shortly?
I've got 3 on the production line at the moment.
Okay.
So yeah, hopefully I'll get one of them out by the end of this week. What I'm doing is I'm calling it Strike Back, and I'm going to explain how to lodge a privacy complaint against these a-holes that like to go around and harass people. The other one will be my five golden rules of handling First Amendment frauditors. And then I had a pop-up last night, found an Australian one. Actually found him through NCR because she covered it. And he went and did a post office in Queensland yesterday. So I've just got off the phone to Australia Post, and they're going to get them to give me a call so that I can explain to them how to take down his video. And the stupid thing was, he went, "This is a constitutionally protected activity." And I just lost it because
you're wrong country for that one. Right?
we don't have a constitution like you guys do, and freedom of speech isn't actually freedom of speech for Australia is actually for politicians, not generally for the public, though it does come under the human rights where we can say things, but we don't have a constitution that says, hey, you have the right to do this, and this like you guys do. And he went, yeah, this is constitutionally protected activity, and I nearly fell off my chair. So I'm hoping that they'll give me a call back shortly, and I can explain to them how to remove that video, because he made the one of the employees look like a real bitch because she wouldn't let him film and told him that he had to leave, and believe it or not, Australia Post is just like the US Post. It doesn't receive tax money, so it's not a tax-funded government entity.
Just a very, very
even though the
heavy-
government control it, they don't receive tax funds for.
Right. Yes, and it's a
Sorry?
vital. Well, I'm just going to say the Post in every country is a very, very vital part of that nation. It helps the nation stay in touch and in communications. So it's going to be very, very heavily regulated by the federal government. So let's get the video going.
It certainly is. They have. It's called a. Sure.
Yeah. All right.
To the car,
I'm
or I'm going to carry you to the car.
You know, we're not a threat. We're an honor. You hear me? And so do you guys need to be. You need to be an honor. Okay?
I was really hoping we would have seen more aliens by this time in the video, because we were promised aliens, because apparently the guy was warning everybody about the aliens coming. Where are the aliens? Like, I am actually disappointed, and I plan on writing a very strongly worded letter to the Moorish consulate about this because I was promised aliens.
Yeah, I was looking for ET myself.
What are you, a Mason, Shriner, PT Mason, Skull and Bones, Knights Temps, Knights of Malta? I command you. What's your nationality? Do you deal with any treaties? Do you deal with any constitutions? I'm commanding to be released immediately. Do you hear me?
Just clip off.
Do you hear me? I don't give you permission to touch my property.
That's fine. You're under arrest right
I'm not under arrest. I don't accept your offer to contract.
That's fine.
Okay, and you're being detained.
That's fine. Yep. I mean,
All right, so
Here it comes. She's the sheriff. Here it comes.
all right, so real quick, Frauder County show did lose power, so hopefully she'll get power back and can join us again shortly. But that does happen, especially well, I know it happens around my neck of woods. Rob, you probably have similar issues. I know David has similar issues with the power going out.
Well, no, we don't have any bad weather today unless you count the heat.
Well, you know what? I don't count the heat because I stay out of the heat. I'll melt. Yeah.
I was yesterday and it felt like the devil was breaking wind all over Florida.
Oh, that's a colorful way of saying it was hot.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. I like that, though. That's a good, colorful way of saying that. And it is hot in Florida. I mean, I do have a theory why Florida people are crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not the drugs.
I mean, that's one thing about Florida people. You know, we're not ashamed of our crazy people.
No.
We don't keep them up in the attic. We break it down and show them off. And if they just ask what side of the family they on, I just tell them both.
Well, I do have a theory about this, and it's not the drugs that's making them crazy. It's the fact that we're too damn close to the sun. It's melting our brains.
They say this is tropical weather. I'm like, tropical at least have like some type of cool weather. It's just plain hot.
Oh yeah, we're just hot and humid. It's not just hot; it's humid here. Oh, interesting, Booger. I do have a question for you, Booger. I'm not going to ask it here. I'll probably shoot you an email. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to shoot you an email about something. Just give you a heads up. All right, we'll keep this rocking and rolling.
You're being detained.
do you have anything in your
And you can remove from my borders. You hear me?
If you don't get in, yes, I will force you into the car.
Like I said,
Okay?
you're
Get in the car.
getting deported.
Hey, Bookie Worm, how you doing? And you can remove from my borders.
You hear me? Okay? If you're going to be a disloyal subject, I don't need any belligerent trustees within my borders. You're a belligerent trustee, and I don't accept your offer to contract.
That's fine.
I
Get
need
in
to
the
see
car.
Hey, Florida Jim.
forms of identification. Okay, I'm committing to speak with a consulate and a sheriff immediately.
There's no sheriff coming. Sorry.
I'm letting you know I'm the sheriff within my borders, okay? Do you have a delegation of authority order signed by the federal court? Do you? Because you're already being watched.
Okay, never mind. I figured out that they are actually the aliens, so I will write that letter now.
I have tons of questions after this.
What's that?
I have tons of questions. She says that now she's the sheriff. Well, first she said she wanted the sheriff. I was tempted to say, what, is she talking about the sheriff from Robin Hood? I mean, if you read the book, that guy was an idiot. So I'm like, this sheriff, and she talking, now she said she's the sheriff. I'm dropping two and two together, so she's the idiot. So, and she keeps talking about borders. I'm like, talking about her borders.
Yeah.
I'm like, she need to fix up her borders. Look, it's coming down.
Well, now we know who to address all the issues that we're having. We now know who to contact.
Okay, but I'm with the
Lucid Dream. Her phone number and call her. Hey, we got problems. How you gonna fix this?
I'm with the Lucid Dream. We was promised aliens. I wanted to see ET.
You want to see ET?
I'm trying to work out she's in handcuffs. She's in the back of a patrol car, and yet the officer's being detained.
Yeah.
I'm failing to see how that actually works. You're in handcuffs. You're in the back of a patrol car, but he's the one that's been detained. Yeah, that doesn't sort of sit. Doesn't work out. The maths doesn't add up on that one.
But
It's an interesting theory.
But the sweet part of it was the good old door slam while she was talking.
Oh yeah,
that was funny to watch.
The only thing that would have been better is if the cop had have gone, the police officer had have gone, just as he was about to slam the door, shut up, bitch, and then slam the door. So that would have been the icing on the cake.
I would have opened it back up, just slammed it again, just for the hell.
Just to make sure it shut the first time.
I am very petty, so I would have done that.
So, Rob, you want to see E.T.?
Yeah, we can see E.T.
Oh, you want to see E.T.? Okay, here you go. The one on the right.
Well, they both look like E.T., so.
No, E.T. was better. E.T.'s better looking than that, than both of those E.T.s.
You're right about that.
I think that's a.
E.T. was
I think that's a fail there, Doc. Yeah, at least he was up and phone home.
Yeah.
E.T. is 10 times smarter because he would have common sense not to get stuck in the elevator that he did himself.
Yeah, you would be.
I want to know whether they're going to put if they're going to put travelators in jails for dumbwaiter, because I think he might have a phobia of getting into elevators, and I know from our system that to get between floors, you go in an elevator with a couple of corrections officers to get between floors. So he might have a problem with that. So it'd be interesting to see how they handle him with an elevator.
Yeah, Rogers Comedy Show is watching, is listening, and she will hopefully Power will come back and she can join us. So, but she is in chat saying hi and entertaining everyone there as well.
I'm telling you, Rogers Comedy Show, that's the government coming after us more.
Okay. Well, let's keep this finish this one off real quick, and and Zip is in the okay.
Hello. Okay, so they're both going to go to jail today. You can eat your lunch all you want. That's fine. I don't really care. I'm going to give you a report number. I'll write it all down for you. You can write nothing down. Okay. Yeah. So Monday. Do you work?
Yes.
Here. Okay. Are you allowed to leave like during work if it's for a work-related incident?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So between 1300 and 1500, you need to go to the prosecutor's office.
Now, if I remember correctly, the rest of this video is just basically the police officer talking to the library staff, just to basically work out court dates and stuff like that. So the hilarious stuff stopped. It's over with for the most part. They're going to jail. They're going to probably get a couple fines, and then they're going to move on with their day. So,
Can I say something real quick while you still have this spot on the screen? You see the lunch that the lady is eating on her desk? Don't let Georgia Transparency see that. Because he sure would have took that lady's lunch.
Sure he would try to. That's for sure. Hey, just cuz. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm surprised he didn't show up to Dayton to find out where the lunch was. All right.
Because he would have said, "Oh, you eat lunch." You know, I haven't ate in the last 30 minutes.
Oh yes, absolutely. Oh yeah. Yeah, or better yet, this is something that came to my mind. Last week the big thing was, "Hey, Emma Payne, how you doing? How's it going?" It was the I'm coining as the FraudCon because it either takes place or it does. Either way, it's a con.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're supposedly going to have a bunch of different fraudsters showing up. I wonder if Glenn Serio and Georgia Transparency will show up.
Well, we know Georgia Transparency showing up.
It's free buffet. It's free buffet, but if Glenn's there too, I feel sorry.
We know Glenn is not showing up. He can't even get an apartment. He live in a van down by the river.
I thought that was Chili.
Well, Chili is in a concrete hotel.
Well, he's getting out.
Oh no, he'll be out. He'll be out.
Yeah, he'll be out.
That's right. He will be out.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, so I don't. Well,
I wonder.
I don't see Chili flying.
I wonder how many griffs we're going to see for them, so that.
Okay, so everyone.
I think Chili will be transferred from one jurisdiction to another.
So real quick, everybody, the Moorish National Attorney General has just popped in. Hey, Will.
What?
You'll let anybody in here.
Yeah, yes, we're cosplaying.
What did you just call me?
You're the Moorish National Attorney General.
Hey, state your name and your nationality.
Oh my God, you guys, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, we're cosplaying as Moors. I am the Emperor.
Hold on. Here's the real question. The real question is, have we discussed the chicken?
Yes, we have discussed the chicken. Yes, we did.
Well, I'm wearing a chicken box on my head.
I'm going to leave that one totally alone.
Hey, Mr. Emperor, sir.
Yes.
Mr. Emperor, sir.
Yes.
I have a question. I have a question for you, Mr. Emperor. Does our nation have sippy cups?
Yeah.
Bye.
The national drinking game.
Oh, I think we just lost Will.
Bye.
Bring him back.
Come on, Will. Come back, please.
He never stated his name and nationality, and we needed his bar number.
Oh, yes, we need that. I don't know. The way Will's going, we may have to kick him out of our borders.
Well, we had the sheriff on a little while ago, didn't we?
Yeah, we had the sheriff. Yeah.
I'm the sheriff also.
So why don't we take a quick break from our comic relief of the Moors, and let's go to the comic relief of Lucky Laptops with his recent traffic stop video. I'm going to see if you guys notice something very different here. And
is he using common sense?
He's using a real camera, not a laptop.
Share a tab or screen instead. Okay, wait a minute. All right, here we go. Might be helpful if I hit the player at the right spot.
Hey everybody, welcome to Black News.
Oh. Where am I? Well, I may have to reload that. Just give me a second.
Did we seriously lose Will?
Yeah, Will jumped out.
Got a cop over here at the traffic stop, I think. I don't know. We did have possibly.
All right, so what's the biggest thing you noticed so far with this traffic stop?
It's in the middle of nowhere.
With Lucky Laptops. This is very obvious to me. Look at how far he's from it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, he is away from it. I wonder why.
The high-speed chase coming through. So it sounds like we're heading back towards Mountain Grove, Missouri. We do got a cop down here. I don't know if they're just sitting there waiting for the chase or if this is a traffic stop. Thinking this is a traffic stop, actually. Okay, yeah, it's a traffic stop.
You know, maybe he have learned this lesson from the last time he was on a traffic stop like this.
I think so. He sure as heck far away from it. You can't make out what's going on.
Because remember the deputy. Remember the deputy sheriff who stood like 8 feet tall over him.
Yeah, the trooper. Yes, basically he was stalling, and Lucky Laptop decided he was going to use his laptop for things other than recording. And I think that's so it's very interesting the fact that he's so far away. Now, of course, he's sitting here and just speculating what's going on, and he has no way of really knowing because he's not. Well, it sounds like he just rode up on it again, as always, and he's filming it from a distance. And in fact, Lucky, just do yourself a favor, dude. Get yourself a camera that can do some zooming. Okay, that laptop it's not working for you, buddy. If you had a camera that could zoom in, you could actually get a little bit more details. Just saying. Just a little piece of advice. I think everyone would agree with that, right?
Exactly. I mean, he was given away cameras. Remember, he should.
Oh yeah, he was. He should have kept one. Yes. But he probably thought he would be able to porch pirate some more, but I guess he didn't get around to it.
I wish he was doing a lot because my question was, have he got that roach infested hole in the ceiling fixed yet?
Well, I've heard that he did get it fixed, but the Indiana general contractor just didn't do a good job. Yeah, every time I pause it, apparently that causes a little havoc. Usually I like to download the videos first and then play it that way because that works much better. But since we just came across this one, I figured, what the heck, let's play it real quick. And it's only a 3-minute long video, so. And, there we go. All right, this is getting a little frustrating with me, so I'm going to stop it now. But I think this is pretty much what we got. He's filming from half a mile away. And I find
Yeah,
that
roughly.
yeah, and I find that to be very, very interesting. On how he's doing that, and it's just you can't see anything. You can see the lights, and that's about it. So yeah, I'm going to just give free advice to him: get yourself a camera, get yourself a phone, something where you can actually zoom in. Just I think we all can agree with that. I mean, if you're going to do this type of work, get yourself the equipment you need to do the work with.
I mean, exactly. You call yourself a journalist.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah,
get
quit
equipment.
quit investing in the reflective vest with the press patch on it and get yourself a camera. You'll have a better success. And but going back to our friends the Moors, where do they come from? It's good would be a good question to ask. It seems like it's the Sobsit theories on steroids, and it all starts from like a treaty that happened back in 1800s, and they're under this belief that somehow Morocco captured the United States.
Well, Hess explains it.
I'm sorry?
Hess explained it the other day, or was it this morning?
Probably was, yes. Probably was this morning. Unfortunately, I got busy at work. I had a very, very busy day today at work. So I couldn't really pay attention too much with Hess. So
yeah, that's what I was doing. I was working and listening to him. But every now and then he goes off in the head explaining.
Yeah. And and a lot of that stuff is real good. Understanding it, and it's like I said, they're taking a little bit of what is factually correct, but then they're twisting it around to the point that where are they getting this from? What are they doing? So I think now we saw fraudsters out in the wild. Let's see them in the court.
Hey, Doc, just before you start.
Yes.
Thanks for having me up here. I've got to bounce because I've got to go to work to pay my taxes so that I can tell the police that they work for me and that I own their cars. I will catch you guys all on the next time.
Okay.
I'll be listening. I'll be listening while I'm driving.
Okay. All right. Yes.
So have a good time, guys.
Okay, we'll do. We'll continue calling.
Hey, Doc,
Doc,
I hate to see you, but like I said, I've got to go too. I've got oral surgery tomorrow. I've got to get ready.
Yes, definitely get yourself ready. And you good luck with your oral surgery tomorrow, and good luck with your taxes, Father Watch. And hey, get in touch with me, okay, guys? We'll keep this going.
I hope Will's okay.
All right, no problem.
Well, Will's fine. Will's fine.
Oh, he's probably
he'll probably
he's crying over his sippy cup. Good luck tomorrow, Dave.
All right, thanks, man. See y'all later. Take care.
All right, take care.
Have a good evening.
See you later. Bye, guys.
Bye.
All
right. So here's Mike. Hang on. This is Mike. Law Talk with Mike, and he's a really good attorney. When you just want to listen to, I found that when I just want to listen to someone knowledgeable talking about something, he's a good one to listen to. I don't necessarily watch him; I listen to him. He's much better than Will. Just saying.
Well, Law Talk with Mike, I haven't really caught him. I'm subscribed to him, but I haven't really caught any of his. I heard of him, but I haven't caught any of his videos or any of his lives as yet. So this will really be my first time watching Law Talk with Mike.
Okay, well, this is just a fair notice. This is a little bit older video, but I was just trying to find ourselves a Moors in court, and unfortunately, this week it's been a kind of little tough, busier week, so my time was limited. But I decided to go with this one because one of the things I do look for is not necessarily, well, I don't want a video that's too long. if I'm
Right.
trying to keep the show to 2 hours to 2.5 hours, we don't need to be watching an hour-long video.
Right.
Then then the show that I don't want to do that. I want to keep it around 20 to 30 minutes. And even then be ready to break off like we did with the Lucid Dreams video. Okay. We got through the good part of the entertainment part. And that if you hadn't watched that particular video yet, the end, they really talk about, we dealt with these folks before.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the gist of that part of it was. I would, if you hadn't seen it, go watch it for yourself. So give Lucid Dreams the views on that. And Team Skeptic has a lot of them. And it's just again, it's just kind of sorting through the problem is not lack of content. Nightman's Wife. The problem is so much content to the point that you almost feel like you're drowning trying to find the right one. Just saying. That's how I see it when I'm doing this. That sometimes there's way too much out there, and I just have to just make a decision and say this is what I'm playing, and then look at the other stuff a little bit later, because I do want to get into some soft sit stuff. So like I'm trying to focus more on the Moors, but there's a lot more of soft sits. That's what I've noticed just doing these viewings, trying to find that right one. So let's get this going.
We got a Moore in the 36D. It's old. It's very old, but it's new to me. I've never seen it before, and it's absolutely excruciating. Let's do it, shall we?
Jonesboro, Georgia is where you can stay. All right. So do you know the address off the top of your head?
Sierra Heights Drive. I got it written down in my room. I'm out on bond now, actually.
You're out on bond currently?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What are you doing here then?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
December 4th at 9:30.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Ma'am, you may leave now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Chapman.
The person that just joined the call phone is
I see he wears my chicken bucket hat.
85.
What's that, Rob?
I see he has on my chicken bucket hat.
Yeah, he does. Actually, if you look over in your left-hand corner, lower corner, Mike's got the chicken bucket hat too.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah. That's just something I've noticed about Mike. He'll put that hat on when he starts covering Moors. So, yes, we were actually talking a little bit about that one. A lot of people were covering that one this weekend so much. I just didn't want to cover it because of that. I tried not to cover the same thing everyone else is covering at the same time. I think it gets a little boring in my mind. And I'm trying to show different things. I'm trying to show what can be funny. But yes, Kiki I think was funny. I did enjoy that, and I did. I wish it was more of a Kiki and Chili. I think that would have been entertaining because Chili would get frustrated with her and would voice it.
Well, you see Joey getting frustrated.
Yeah, but he kind of kept his mouth shut a little bit more. It was like he was kind of caught off guard with that one. And yes, I mean, if I was just watching that video without any warning at all, I would think that Kiki was some employee that was just trying to calm things down initially.
You would. You thought that she was an officer of the court.
Yeah, if let's put it this way: if I was watching the original Joey Uncut video, just way she was kind of introduced in that video, at first you would think that she would have been some either county employee or maybe just a bystander who just knows how to talk to people and was just trying to calm him down. You did not realize she was the actual SovCit.
Yep, she was, come to find out, you said, y'all may say SovCit, I just turned out a lunatic.
Yeah. So that's and what makes that one very interesting is it just seems to me it is a joke within itself.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this. I said it once already this evening. I'm going to say it again. The difference between the two is whereas SovCit actually believe what they are saying is true. Fraudsters know what they're saying is not true. They're just
fraudsters is just doing it for the grills. That's what
they're doing it for that little bit of a paycheck that they get. And I'm sure there might be a couple of them that's convinced it's real. I really think Jessica Right Girl Radio, she truly believes that what she was doing is legit. Problem with it.
She found out it was real when she went to jail and had to go to court, pay the court costs and everything.
Yes, exactly. And she's not. And reason why I don't think she's going to succeed as a frauditor at all is because she does have some morals about her, in the sense that she cannot stay with that narrative. These guys, they can be sociopaths and they can behave a certain way and just maintain that behavior. It does not matter who's around. If it's kids, they're going to maintain that behavior. If it's
perfect example is Daryl Brooks.
Yes, right. Daryl Brooks is a good example. Another good example is Lucky Laptops. You remember how he started cursing up and down, and Sheriff told him, hey, there are kids around. I don't care because they're out in public. Nope. See, that's not how it works. They could have actually. Lucky does not realize that he could have actually gone to jail for that. He might have been cursing at the sheriff's department, but he was cursing in front of children.
It would have been disorderly conduct, right?
Yeah, it would have been disorderly conduct. If it was just him and the sheriff and he was doing that, okay, many places would not worry with it. But when it was him, all the people in the lobby, and the sheriff, and some of those people were kids, depending on how the state laws read, they don't even have to have a complainant. You're doing it in front of kids. Boom, we're done. Others, someone may have to tell the sheriff, hey, I want this guy to be quiet. I don't want this guy cursing in front of my kids. And so it depends on what they say. So I mean, difference in state laws, how they read.
Right.
But yes, Lucky's very lucky that I guess that's where the name comes from. He's very lucky that the sheriff did not decide to enforce that on him, and he could have. All right, let's get this going. See what you say. Sorry, Doc and family, have to go. Need to cook dinner and make something fun for the fur baby. Okay. All right, Booger. Well, you have a good one. Good night. And I'm going to shoot you an email if you hadn't already took off.
5. What's your name, please? Person just joined the call, Z855. What's your name, please?
I'm here by way of Morse Temple of America, Davis Bay.
It's a bay.
What time was your case scheduled for?
I just got switched. I was in Miss Alicia Coleman's room. They just told me for the last half hour I was in the wrong room, and they just instructed to help me find the correct room where I was supposed to be in.
Your name is what again?
I'm here by way of Morse Temple of America, making a special appearance. I am David Bay.
David Bay.
Davis Bay. I'm here representing the account here.
Can I get your case number? I'm sorry. Can I please,
Yes.
you have your case number, sir?
Yes. It is 2034-7344.
Thank you.
And I was just received this 3 days ago. But the document said it was stated September 28th.
Okay,
It was
thank
just
you, sir.
received to me.
Thank you, Janice.
Pardon me?
I said, okay, thank you, sir. Yeah, Your Honor,
Yes.
that was one of Mr. Abbott's case. 344.
At what time?
It was at 9:40.
And
So,
Your Honor,
I'm sorry, go ahead, was that Miss Brayley?
yes, yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
With Mr. Abbott, were you trying to get him back here on Traxler?
And now I have another one. The gentleman was in the wrong courtroom, and they just sent him in here.
Right. I was there for.
Oh, look, sir, I'm just explaining to her. So, but yes, I do need some information on Traxler, and now I need information on.
Okay, so apparently I'm Mr. Abbott's secretary this morning. Traxler, he said he submitted something already.
Hola.
Commercial consent already submitted to the court.
Okay, we'll look for it, but would you, no, you're helping me out, right? Call him back and tell him a defendant has shown up in, what case is it, Miss Denise?
The name on the file is Harry Davis, but he said his name is Davis Bay. But it's
What is the case number?
the last
Okay, so Big Dummy's real name is Harry Davis, but of course he throws the Bay in.
three is 344.
344?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
What time?
It was scheduled at 9:40.
40.
And would you tell Mr. Abbott?
He's back. Mr. Abbott's back.
Okay, so
So wait a minute. So in other words, his name is what? What did he say? Harry Davis.
Harris Davis, yeah, something like that.
So he gave the court a fictitious name.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And I think that could get you in trouble if they really
They
want
can
to
get you in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. And to me, it's kind of surprising that we're not seeing more of these guys getting in trouble about this kind of stuff. About giving fictional names. If I try to identify myself as Mason Glitterman, I'm sure that's going to get me in some trouble with the law enforcement.
Okay. Well, all you have to do is say he's there to represent the account of Mason Glitterman.
Yeah. Yes. All right. And, but right now Mason is probably wanted in the town of Cedar Grove because he did spray Will with this pepper spray. So he may stay away for a little bit. But so I don't even know what this case is about. They're just trying to figure out who this guy is. Apparently he showed up in the wrong room. And no, he's supposed to be over here. So yeah. Again, I think reading comprehension did not come in play on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Abbott, thank you for the case of Mr. Traxler, but
Mr. Abbott has 0 F's to give. He just doesn't engage in this. It's beneath him, and he's right.
we have a gentleman who was in the wrong courtroom and just got sent over to us. I think we adjourned it, but let's see what we might be able to do today.
Thank you, Tommy.
Can you give us the case number again, Denise, so I can have Renee pull it up?
It's, yes, ma'am, I sure can.
Thank you.
20347-344.
Okay. Thank you for coming back, Mr. Abbott. Don't leave. 20347-344, Leland House versus Harry Davis.
Good morning, Judge.
Mr. Abbott look like he's already
Good morning,
over.
Judge Melander. My name is James Abbott. I'm a lawyer, P26085.
What's that, Rob?
Mr. Abbott look like he's already over it.
Yeah, well, I mean, basically, from what I'm gathering, this guy's was in the wrong court. They realized that he was in the wrong court. They put him back over there. This other court, the one that he's in now, had adjourned. So everyone was already hopping off. And then they're getting this call, hey, come back. We found one that was in the wrong place. So he's probably not very happy because that's eating into his lunchtime now. Or maybe playing meeting, whatever, while he has to do in between court.
He was probably getting ready to go on vacation.
Oh,
So,
that too.
always out of here.
Yeah, that too.
I represent Harry Davis's landlord, who's Leland House Apartments.
We had adjourned this case to November 30th for door knockers, and now we have the defendant here. Sir, your name?
Yes, I'm here by making a special appearance by way of Moore Sonship of America, Davis Bay, for the representing the account here from your United States of America Department of State,
Really?
Harry Davis.
Okay. Mr. Davis, you're in the
And I
property on
was
back.
just presenting, yes, I was just presented these documents. It says dates of September 28th, and
Yeah, that's the
I
date
just
that were
received
mailed
them.
out. Let me ask you, sir. We had
No, I just received them. I don't receive any mailing here, and I just received them 3 days ago.
You don't receive mailing at the Bagley address?
No,
You're not living in the Bagley address.
I didn't even know mail was there for me anything. 2 or 3 days ago, it was taken to the door.
Let me ask a couple of questions, sir. Do you live at 400 Bagley, 1120?
1120, yes,
So you do live at Bagley?
yes.
Okay.
So real quick, Stefan's in the house. How you doing, buddy? And I've never seen him more speaking French or Arabic. Yeah, it's true. Maybe that would be a good thing we might need to start doing when we come across him more. Just try to
Remember,
speak
I told you they like to speak, like, what is it, like magic
word.
incantations?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you check out some of the videos, they start speaking like magic incantations, like it's supposed to work. Ooh, I'm gonna make the judge disappear.
And I will have to admit, though, at least our friend here, the Moore gentleman, he's dressed nicely. I mean, he didn't show up like most of the your soft sits showed up as.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
They start speaking their incantation. Now I'm gonna
Yeah.
make the whole the police squad that's chasing me disappear.
So at least but you notice how he was trying to show his paperwork to show that he's special. It's like, that's not how this works. You have to but okay, we will get it going.
Are you interested in having one of our free attorneys help you through this?
Okay, I'm going to say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes. Believe me, you need it. But he's
now
going to
we
say
know- Go ahead.
we know what he's going to say.
We know what he's gonna say.
Well, and what is it you're asking?
Yeah, no.
You want to stay in the department, or you want to move, or what?
Yes, I want to stay.
Okay.
I want to stay for free, Judge. It's pretty simple.
I have proof of my tender of payment for rent that was sent by way of certified mail from the United States Post Office.
And when did that go?
The first proof of payment was July 16th. The second
Wait a minute.
was...
Wait a minute.
All right.
Doc,
So, yeah.
I know this is not a trial. This is about rent, right?
Yeah, it's about rent. He's apparently
I
not
can tell
paying
you
his rent.
exactly what happened. I can tell you exactly what happened.
What happened?
I guarantee you, he probably paid rent with a bond and probably told him to send it to the United States Treasury. Did he do something like this?
I don't know. This is like the first time I've watched this one. I'm trying to get right. Yeah, but yeah, he's trying. He didn't pay his rent, and they're trying to get money from him. Of course, I noticed that he used the United States Postal Service and not the Moroccan Postal Service.
The Moroccan Postal Service.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how reliable the Moroccan Postal Service is, but it seems like that's what they should be using, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So so basically they contract with the government then.
Yeah. Oh, yes, he did. He did.
He bought a stamp.
Uh-huh. Well, fair notice though. The post office is not paid for by taxpayer money.
Exactly. They paid through stamps.
Yeah.
They paid by the stamps. You're right. You're 100% right. How foolish of me.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He has not played that game yet, Cool Clearwater. But let's see if he does.
The 13th of September. One for July 15th, July 16th.
Fraud terminated.
It was.
Of course, there are no real payments. It's all fraudulent and soft-sit nonsense. They really should throw him in the clink just for criminal fraud, because that's what's going on here.
For the month of June, July, and August.
Well, sir,
After that, and that one was in the amount of $1875, including and one from
Hey, we
the
got
next one from
Harry Davis on the line here. Okay, I'm gonna put you on.
from September.
Mr. Abbott, I can't hear him.
Okay. Hold on. Let me ask this, Mr. Bay. I know you.
I love that the caption right there. Abbott is playing dice with friends, and that's actually on Mike's live stream. But that is funny. That I have to admit, I enjoy it. I like that one.
Yeah.
And Jaime is in the house. There's no need to fear. Jaime's here. And how you doing, my friend?
There you go.
Yeah, hey, he's in El Bay as well. So to let you know, Jaime, we are, as long as this live stream is going, we are cosplaying as Moors. So go put your fez on and pretend you got diplomatic immunity.
See, I have took the tassel off mine and put a propeller.
You put a propeller on yours. I wanted you to just put more chicken in it.
No, I gave the chicken the wheel.
Yeah, but I want some chicken too. You gave it to Will. You should have gave it to me. All right.
Said you're not interested in one of our attorneys, but we have some programs that would help you pay your rent and even pay your rent, your back rent, but pay your rent, say November and maybe even December. It's called the Eviction Diversion Program.
Okay, how would that work and dissolve my proof of payment and everything that has already occurred?
How would that work and dissolve my proof of payment? I just gobbledygook all the way, but I love it. He's all tough, but then he sniffs free government assistance, and he's like, "I'm listening." Can you hear me?
Hold on, sir. Mr. Abbott, the plaintiff's attorney, would send the attorney assigned to you proof of what's been paid, what they received. You'll then send your proof of what you paid, And then what's left, we can maybe have the eviction diversion program make some payments for you.
Oh, thank you.
No, thank you, please.
You want the state of Michigan to make some payments for you?
No. I've been making my own payments.
I can make my own made-up fraudulent payments that aren't cashable just fine, Judge.
Yes, I've been making my own payments, and the proof of payments that I have.
Thank you, Covert. I really
the second
did.
one after the first one that I mentioned was made on this 13th of September.
And that was for which month?
That was for the 13th of September in the amount of $575.
And just real quick, it would be great if everyone did not use all caps when you type it in the comment section. I appreciate the comments and everything, but it does affect with someone's software that reads the comments back to them.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yes, let's just if all possible refrain using all caps. I would appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Without the parking, because it was already included for the first one. After that, pardon me?
What month did that cover?
Excuse me, can I say something?
That month was September 13th. It was for the month of September. $575, not including the parking, because the parking was taken care of the month prior.
And then the next payment you paid?
And the next one, yes, the next one, I have proof of payment. I have tender payment for October.
So will anyone cash this $600 promissory note? Laugh.
Okay. So they're basically paying their rent in a promissory note that they can't even cover.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, I promise to pay you back. It's kind of reminds me of Dumb and Dumber. You remember when they discovered how much money they were carrying in the Dumb and Dumber?
Uh-huh.
And how they decided they can justify to use it? Oh, we'll just put IOUs in there. It's good as cash. And yes, thank you. All caps can play havoc with screen readers. And thank you, CyberRax, for reiterating that. Like Ms. Wife, that's your. I know you don't normally type with all caps, but it's just something I try to keep an eye on because it does affect one of my regular listeners, and I really, really do want to be able to enjoy the show as much as everyone else does. Yeah, and that's why he's trying to pay his rent with. And we'll keep on moving along on this one, but it's amazing how that mind is working here. If I was this man's landlord, I don't want a note that says you owe me $600 for rent. I want the $600 wherever.
Okay, I'm surprised they haven't evicted him yet. They have all right to evict him.
Well, the video itself is a year old, so this might have been right at the tail end of the COVID period.
Right.
Yeah, so there might have been a lot of restrictions on evictions right when this was taking place. Because even Law Talk with Mike was saying that this was an older video when he did it. And unfortunately, I think COVID really did mess with us big time as a society. We saw things like the growth of fraudsters, for example. I think really fraudsters started growing during that time period. And although I will admit I've seen soft sits starting making their appearances, I think they really grew also during this time period as well. Mm-hmm. and unfortunately, during that time period, the law enforcement decided if it was not a horrible crime, in other words, if it was just shoplifting or trespassing or something like that, don't put the person in jail. So a lot of people didn't even see there be consequences to their actions during this time. And I think we got to put those consequences back in action. So some people will act like adults. So, so I think that's why we're seeing a lot of this behavior, 4 years later.
Right.
Yeah.
October 13th.
Cheryl, you get a chance, okay?
Notarized and sent by, notified and sent by certified mail, notified and sent by certified mail from United States Post Office for the month of October, in amount of $575, and also including parking.
Okay, hold on a second. Mr. Abbott,
Your Honor,
did your client receive these payments?
Cheryl?
It sure is.
No, what he's doing is he's sending us promissory notes that that we have no idea what to do with. The bank says they're not negotiable, and this is what he's been giving us: is promissory notes, notarized.
I see.
Promissory notes.
Okay, so notarized promissory notes that is non-negotiable. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. And just because they're notarized does not mean anything other than what really a notary is saying is that this person signed this piece of paper in front of me. I verified that this is the person that signed the paperwork. That's what a notary is doing. It does not make the document itself legal. It's just saying I verified who signed it. So I can sit here, draw out an explanation why I have diplomatic immunity, take it to a notary, sign it in front of them. They notarize it. They may not even read the document itself. And then I go walk around and say, look, I got a notarized piece of paper that says I've got diplomatic immunity. And after the police officers laugh at me and take me to jail and everything else that might be associated why I might think I need that diplomatic immunity. Quite frankly, I think the State Department needs to start busting on people doing that mess. You can't just declare that you have diplomatic immunity because that one agency that can do that is the State Department. Well, I think it's State Department. It would make sense that it's State Department. All right.
I would think you'd be the Treasury, right? Because they always talk about the Treasury.
Well, we're talking about diplomatic immunity. And,
okay. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that's why I would think it's State Department and not another department. I don't see how Treasury would be involved with that part. But promissory note, that would be the Department of Treasury. But okay.
And the parking lot is not the one.
I understand. Mr. Bay, hold on, I got you. Mr. Bay, I understand what you're sending is promissory notes, and unfortunately, in landlord-tenant matters, those are not payments of rent. It's just a promissory note, and we cannot accept that. And the client,
are you telling me that even a court does not accept promissory notes for payment?
No,
yeah, no one accepts promissory notes from you. Nobody. The state of Michigan doesn't. Your landlord doesn't.
Well, I'll have to beg to differ, Mike. I think Dumb and Dumber would take promissory notes. Just saying. What do you think, Mr. Rob? And Rob must have stepped away.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah, they
I'm
will.
sorry about that.
That's all right. That's all right.
Dummy had like a briefcase full of IOUs.
Yeah, they would take them. They would take them from you. You would get all the worms you can get.
Literally nobody on the planet will accept your promissory note for anything.
The executor. I'm the
Legal
executor.
payment. That is not a legal payment for rent to this client. Now, are you sure then you don't want to talk to one of our attorneys and get your rent paid by a state of Michigan program?
If it will resolve this, would it will resolve this?
Well, it depends on how much you owe and how much the plan is willing to pay of yours.
Tell me about this free government assistance from a government that I don't recognize, Judge.
Well, I've made
Exactly.
payment.
Hey, Doc, I have to wait for a quick minute. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Certified by law.
Those are not payments.
And I am the, and excuse me, please, I am the executor and the beneficiary of the account for Harry Davis.
And thank you, Nightman's wife. The Treasury Union gets involved with something if we are trying to alter cash or counterfeit. Yes, absolutely.
They are legal tender. They are legal tender. And they stated, and they're notified to the fact also.
I'm sorry, they're not. Ms. Brady, is Mr. Fadipe working with us today?
It is very true.
Is Mr. Fadipe in another courtroom?
Mr. Who?
What's his name?
Kunle Fadipe.
I didn't hear you, ma'am.
I am not sure who you're talking about. Can you chat me the name so I can see it?
Oh, sorry about that.
Mr. Abbott, can you chat her the name? Maybe he's with Lakeshore, right?
Given that I have no idea who you're talking about, I suspect he's with Lakeshore.
What's the name again, Yana? What'd you say?
Fadipe. The last name is Fadipe.
Oh, I know you're talking about. I'm not sure if he's with. No, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't know if he's with. I know exactly.
I think he'd be a great attorney to handle this case. That's
well, by all means, Your Honor. I don't know if Mr. Cooper would know.
I don't have his number handy. I know who he is, obviously, but I don't have his number handy.
Good night, Daniel. Have a good night.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Does Mr. Fadipe work with you guys?
The name does not sound familiar, but I'm fairly new with the organization. Let me see if I can find out for you.
Because if he could come help us today, that would be great.
Okay, hold on, please. I'll see if I can find out.
And if somebody could chat how to spell it, I can look up to see as well.
Fadipe. I don't know. Attorney Jay, do you know Attorney?
So, all right. So far, what we gather is our Morris friend is paying his rent by promissory note. I do not know who this other guy is that popped in middle of the videos. Honestly, he just popped in and caught tail end of the court case, like he's waiting for his turn to go in court. Rob, you still with me? Okay. So what we're looking at, though, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, is basically the Moore is playing games with the how. Okay, he's the next case. Thank you, Nightman's wife. He's playing games with his landlord by paying his rent by promissory notes that has no real value. Yeah, the landlord wants cash.
Or
Yeah.
something, a money order or something.
Yes, something. Something they can go to Kentucky Fried Chicken with. So they can get themselves that hat as well. But so it's unreal. This is probably not the best of the worst case, but it kind of gives you that mindset that they believe they do not have to pay.
They could just pull something out of thin air and say, here's the rent.
Yes. Exactly. And then we're looking at this like how can people go through life thinking this way?
Exactly.
Yes, I mean, truthfully, I do believe that they believe what they're saying. They and it's hard for me to understand where they're getting this reality from. And and you and I have both agree. I think we both agree on fraudsters in general. They, for the most part, do not believe what they're saying. This is a paycheck for them.
Exactly. It's just a paycheck.
But the soft sits and the Moors, that's a different story. I honestly do believe that majority of these guys do believe. Well, sorry about that. I got a dog that is aggravating the cats. That's okay. You're right. All right. But they're aggravating. Well, they truthfully they believe this, and then they wonder why they get kicked out of their apartments. They get their cars taken from them. They get they're not getting ahead in life. Well, it's because you're playing games like this. This affects you in so many different ways. You don't even realize how it affects you. So why do you want to do this type of games? Why do you want to play these games?
I don't know. It's just something. I think it's something somebody put into their head, or how to get over all the government, or how to not pay your taxes, or how just to basically, like I just said, just to get over on people,
Right?
and they fell for it.
Yeah. Yes. And it comes down to, it starts off with one or two sentences here in the Constitution or in the treaty or something.
Just like in the recent video with Joey and Kiki.
Uh-huh.
She thought she found the everyday sucker, which she did. But Joey, I don't think 9 out of 10. She saw somebody. Oh well, see, he has a problem with the government as well. Maybe I could bring him in, also as to turn him into a soft citizen. I'm like, Joe, for you to turn a frauditor into a soft citizen, that would be a challenge, and I would like to see that.
Right. I don't think
because they claim they know all the ins and outs of the Constitution.
Mm-hmm. Right, and I just don't think the fraudsters in general would go with the soft set mindset, because the fraudsters, their activities are based upon what they think the Constitution says, and you cannot go with the soft set mindset if you are trying to push the Constitution really heavy. Now, when we say push the Constitution, they are pushing the Constitution, but they are forgetting a lot of key parts about the Constitution. Hence why they insist the First Amendment is the all-empowering First Amendment. And
but they don't realize they could also put limits on the First Amendment.
Mm-hmm. And what
it's almost like You can't be in an enclosed space and yell fire. You can't do that.
Mm-mm. No, you can't. You cannot do that. You can't. And First Amendment was designed. Well, it was not designed. I let me. It's there to protect us when we have to speak against the government.
Exactly.
But when we say speak against the government, that does not mean come in there with a camera and putting the camera in front of some government employee's face and harass them while they're trying to work.
And what they do is they choose low-line government officials. I'm like, no, let's go for the big fish. Go to the governor's mansion.
Yeah.
Go to the Capitol. Go to the White House. Go to the United States Senate. Go to the House of Representatives. You know, go for the big fish. I'm like, why do they all go to City Hall or to the library or the DMV? We just want to make sure that our government officials. You're at a DMV. You at a DMV.
And
I'm like,
DMV employees, they're trying to accomplish something. They're trying to get as many people processed through so they can legally drive in that state.
I'm like, what kind of corruption you gonna find at the DMV? Oh, somebody had to wait 45 minutes to get their license, or wait 45 minutes, almost to an hour to get their tag. I'm like, as you can see, it's busy in here. Of course, you're gonna wait.
Yeah, and they're waiting because you're in the way trying to record everything that's going on, so they have to slow down the whole process, trying to keep it confidential.
We're gonna check out the corruption at the post office. First off, post office not,
it's not
like
not
you just
funded.
said.
Yeah,
It's not funded by the government.
It's funded by
It's not funded by the government.
by the services that they are selling.
Right.
Yes, and
what's that one frauder? He went and he actually frauded the what is it? It's here in Florida. He went and frauded what is it? I don't want to like the county morgue.
well, that's kind of grave.
He went and did that was covered on Fraud of the Trolls video probably about on Fraud of the Trolls channel about a year ago. One frauder actually went and took his camera into the county morgue and was saying that he could record here in the lobby while you get ready to bring a family in so they could identify their loved one. And they asked him, could he step out? They told him, could you step outside? Better yet, can you just leave? You can't record in here. So he calls the sheriff department, the Orange County Sheriff's Department. And the sheriff department told them he could actually record in there. I'm like, are you serious?
See, this is where I think there is a major disconnect. I think the rule of thumb is if that person's not there for services and this is what I think the government agencies have to start saying. If that person's not there for services that that office provides, like in a morgue case, they provide services to a family and the deceased. Well, the person's obviously not a deceased, and if they're not family, they don't need to be there.
He doesn't. He has no business there.
Right.
He has no business there. He showed up with dark glasses on and a hat. And at one point, I thought it was Liberty Troll, but it wasn't. I would say Liberty Troll wouldn't go that far, but we talk about somebody else at a WIC department.
At a WIC department, yes.
But this guy took it low and went to the county morgue.
And when you're messing with people this way, when you are doing that kind of thing to people, it's just a matter of time that someone's going to just lay in on you.
His own subscribers commented under the video say that's one place he shouldn't have went. Even his own subscribers was telling he was wrong for that.
Yes, because I'm going to tell you, places like that, emotions do run high. And those folks I know around here you play games like that with people, and I know too many people that would just respond in a way that you don't want them to respond to.
Exactly.
Yes. See what they're not realizing. Oh, I'm gonna call the sheriff's department and get you arrested. I don't care if I go to jail again. They don't realize that they're going to come across that person that just flat out don't care.
Exactly.
And when that happens, and you're laying on the ground after being stomped on, what you have to ask yourself: that $22 that you just made that you're going to make with that video, was it worth it?
I want to see them come against when they have to go to court and come against a judge that's not gonna play games with them.
Oh yeah.
That is really gonna throw the book at them. Because I'm like, because if you keep getting arrested, if you keep coming to my courtroom with this, I'm gonna make you an example. Look at DMA. DMA didn't even show up for court today. His attorney was there. I'm like, yeah, that's real smart. That's real smart. And they were saying his attorney was not even making strong points. All his points was weak.
And all these guys are sitting here and talking about how DMA was right and all that kind of stuff. You have to realize what office he was going into, the Social Security office.
And I was just there the other day, and I was looking. Actually, the Social Security office here in North Florida is the same Social Security office that Lana and Liberty Troll is trespassed from.
Right.
I seen the same security guard that was there. The same security guard was there. They even got the sign up there now. They're not even letting you. They telling you when you come in, you have to turn off your phones now. You cannot have your phone. You have your phone, but they have to be turned off.
So you realize something here. What do many people do when they go into an office and they have to sit and wait?
They be on their phones.
They be on their phones, whether they are playing a game, texting somebody, watching a video, numerous different things. Nothing though involving recording. So what? So they're affecting change, but the change they're affecting is not for the better.
Yeah, because you know how, like you said, they could pick up stuff even if they ain't got their camera focused on them. They could still pick up information. I was sitting there, and I heard the lady give out her entire Social Security number. I was just sitting there minding my business, and I'm like, I just heard her entire Social Security number.
Right.
And
but think about and you heard it, but more likely you don't remember it.
No. I heard it, but I don't remember it.
But if you were recording, and that recording,
I would have had it.
You would have had it. And not only would you have it, if you decide to post it on YouTube,
everybody else would have had it.
Everybody else would have it.
And that's exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah, and I have said this argument to Rogue Nation. I'll say it here. How do you know if watching? Right now we've only got 10 people in the audience. Now, for the most part, I don't think this audience would do this. But how do I know for certain? If I accidentally put someone's private information on screen, how do I know that none of that 10 people would do something nefarious with that information?
Right.
I don't know. Now you go to a channel that gets 1,000 views. There's more likely that someone will actually use that data for for wrongdoing. And this is where my criticism of it comes in. I'm afraid that we're going to have a case one day where someone's at a DMV, let's say a young woman, she gives out her address, a frauditor is nearby, catches it on the video, someone hears it, realizes that he's not far from that place, and takes acts. I'm afraid that that's going to happen. I think that's a reasonable fear. I mean, if I'm just going to ask the audience, do you think that can be a reasonable fear, or am I just getting a little paranoid?
I think it'd be very reasonable.
Yes, because you don't know who people are nowadays. You really don't.
Yeah, because the reason I was there, I had to give them personal information, financial. I had to give them financial and personal information, and I guarantee you, if one of them fools was there with a camera, y'all, I probably would have been in jail because their camera would have been broke. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
I
Oh
would.
yeah.
I literally would have went to jail for that. Then y'all probably would have seen the video post, and y'all probably would have said, "It's a shame how Mr. Thomas broke Lana's camera.
Uh-huh.
It's
Oh
a
yeah.
shame." I'm like, no, I did that. I did that, and I'm glad I did it, and I would do it again.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And this is where my feelings about this is I'm trying really at the end of the day say we got to protect people, and this is why these rules are in place, should be in place, and this is where law enforcement cannot say, well, they're saying it's First Amendment. No, they are disrupting the business of that office. At that point, it's no longer a First Amendment issue. It is a disruption of the office. I am very much pro what Pennsylvania did with Jessica. They shut the office down. Do the same thing. If I walked in my tax office and here where I'm at, tax office animals, driver's license, they do basically all the stuff you would need to do with the county and state, almost.
And it should go further and charge them because they had to shut down.
Yes.
Charge them for shutting down their government entity, their government building. Charge them for it.
Right.
They did it with Lana when she was in Alabama. And I know just for that charge alone, she has to go to court.
Uh-huh.
I say charge them with it. I bet you they won't go back in there.
Mm-hmm. So when the grid goes down, fraudsters will be in the 90% that won't make it through the first year, or they can have fun fraud the FEMA line to check on the FEMA count. Yeah. When the grid does go down, and then what Rogue Nation did with the FEMA situation, who did he hurt there? He didn't hurt the government. He hurt victims of the FEMA. That were people.
Yeah, because they had to shut down. Yeah.
They had to shut down,
and people was already mad because people was working slow anyway at that time. You heard I remember that video. The guy said, I'm already waiting 2-3 weeks because FEMA was working. So now they shut down because of you. That man was pissed. He was mad.
Yeah, and he rightly so. This is their livelihoods. There's people who lost everything, and here's someone's making a joke out of it. Rogue Nation was making a joke out of these people's misery, and he thinks he's justified. He thinks that what he was doing, he has the right to. No, you don't.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you don't. And the reason why there is some confidentiality, it comes down to, people do want to have a little bit of pride too. They know they have to have help. That they're seeking help, but they don't want people to know, I had to go get help. Sometimes, they want to work hard for what they have, but when something that bad has happened, they need help, and they don't need their help being advertised throughout the country, throughout the world. And I don't know about enhancement crime, but I do think we definitely need to start charging for it. The business, whether it's a government entity or a private business, has to stop what they're doing because you are recording or you're doing something to disrupt. You need to be charged with a crime. And maybe the crime can be disruption of business. Maybe that's something I'm just made up out of my head, but that might need to be a law that says that you're when you do something that anything where it's recording when you're not supposed to, or or act up in any way, form, and fashion that causes a disruption in business where the private entity or the government entity has to stop what they're doing to take care of you, then disruption of business if they really need to. And that might add anywhere from another 30 days to your sentence, or if it's really bad, much longer.
Right.
And what so generally specific thinks that fraudsters should be allowed to go anywhere in a government building, and that's where me and generally specific would disagree. There are parts of that government building that does not need the general public to go into.
It doesn't.
No,
It doesn't.
no. I mean, if you feel like you need to go into those areas, you can communicate it with the appropriate entities, and then maybe you can plan it out. That's not impossible, but just randomly show up and say, yeah, I'm here to go into this part of the building. No, you can't go in there because that's where we keep confidential records with people's social security numbers on it.
Right.
I want to go in there. No, you can't go in there. That has access to things that you don't need to see. But I want to go in there. No, that's not how it works. But if you go in there and say, okay, I want to record your employees while they're working. Can we coordinate? Then they'll work with you somehow. They might tell you, well, you can't record right here. You can record over there, or you can FOIA security camera for a couple of days, whatever days you want at random, and we'll give you that information. You're not recording. You didn't actually record, and you're catching them. If the employees were up to no good, they forgot about those cameras. Yeah.
Right.
Well, Fraud Terminator, GS, no, I don't think he's trying to be a fraudster. I think he's just a little more about freedoms, if you will. I don't think he's a little bit more. How's the best way for me to put it, Rob? I think he believes. Yes, generally specific.
Is he trying to?
I think.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't.
Well,
I don't think he's.
I don't
trying
think
to be a
he's.
fraud.
No, I don't think he's trying to be a fraudster. I think he's the type of individual you can actually sit down and talk to. And he would present his argument. He will listen to your argument.
Right.
At the end of the day, you two might walk away not agreeing with everything that was said to each other, but you're not going to be mad at him.
Right.
And in fact, you might be the type of guy you probably could hang out afterwards, and just you just kind of know there's going to be some aspects of his beliefs that you don't agree with, and I think that's a good thing when you have two people that can talk and discuss their differences in viewpoint. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
We don't have that. We don't have enough of that, in my opinion.
No,
there was a video where an off-duty police officer told a fraudster that would do if something happened to his wife or kids if someone showed up to his house and hurt them because of him.
Yeah, there was a PayPal Patty video.
I'm sorry, who was that, Rob?
PayPal Patty.
Oh yeah. PayPal Patty is no one that the words Bobby Hill sounding MFer.
That's another frauder that they'll climb from under a rock. They should have stayed up under there.
Yeah, and then here's the thing, and these guys don't care. They're going to record everything, and they're going to try to assimilate the information. Yeah, you're a public figure. Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, I can show them where you live. No, buddy, you better be careful with that.
Right.
Because if a police officer's family got hurt, you talking about someone that doesn't care at that point? They don't care at that point. And yeah.
Exactly.
And that means wife, you're absolutely right. They don't feel like they have to ask permission, and that's where they're running into these problems. And I did this one time. I went actually to Buc-ee's over in Auburn, Alabama, and I was going to walk around and record some things, just because I was probably going to mess around and do a video with. I actually did a short using some of the footage. But I asked the manager on duty, "Is it okay for me to walk around and record?" Yeah. And then when I was going to talk to the employees, "Is it okay if I record you?" Yeah. Or no. And I respected their wishes. And I think that's I didn't just go put a camera in their face. What do you think about your cinnamon rolls? I didn't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
They like to say, "Well, we don't put cameras in people's face." I'm like, "Yes, you do."
Yeah, he was running around with Chrissy, and she's referring to GS. He was, but when you really actually start listening to what he's saying, you realize you can actually talk to him. He's not a lunatic like Chrissy. And I think him pairing with Chrissy probably was the worst thing he could have probably ever done, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah. And Fraud Watch, in my opinion, GS is now presenting both sides of the argument and is open to a political discussion on differing views. Yes, I think that is a good way to put it. Fraud Watch, he is trying to present both sides of the argument. He's trying to have an open political discussion. This is what I'm saying, and that's why I say it's a good thing to have that kind of discussion. I was asking what was the need to dox the employees because they were told no. Yeah, that's just it. No, they don't. You should not. They never need to be doxed. And who's the biggest one about doing it? Literally and figuratively. Georgia Transparency. He will dox an employee in a heartbeat.
And Liberty Troll.
And Liberty Troll. But Georgia Transparency definitely would dox an employee in a heartbeat if they had the nerve to tell them no.
That's right. Anthony X just doxed the lady in his recent video, the librarian. He said he was gonna put out, his her information. I'm like, well, her public information is already online. But no, he put out some of her personal information.
Yeah. And what's the purpose of doing that? What's the purpose of doing that?
Like hearsay, just to embarrass them, just to punish them.
And probably to get their sick fans to go and harass them while they're at work and start saying something personal.
Yeah, he did, because Anthony X told him to call Flood, the director of the library, to call Flood, the police department, because they told him that he was trespassed. I'm like, well, if you're telling these people to call Flood and you have an emergency line that people can't get through, then that's a problem.
Agreed. Very much so. Agreed. And quite frankly, again, what I'm seeing is that we may have a situation where we are going to see someone get hurt because of that.
Yeah.
And I do believe that should be a severe criminal charge associated with that. And if you can't have a severe criminal charge because maybe the way the laws are written, well, there is a civil pursuit that can take place as well. And yes, your activities can hurt people, and you're going down that path. We were talking about earlier getting the information out to about how a video might capture a young lady's address, and that might lead to her being attacked. I think I don't know if there's anything criminal in what the fraudster did, but you know as that there is something civil in there.
Right.
And that's where, and I want to also say, not just the frauder, but also the agency that refused to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
The agency who says, well, you need to stop recording. I'm not going to stop recording. Oh, okay. Well, guess what? If something happens, and it's discovered that it happens because that activity was recorded while they were in your facility, and you didn't stop that person doing that recording, you can be held responsible too. It's the only way we're going to make these things to happen. And I think we've actually had a great discussion here, and I think it's we have been on the air for over 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I see that. It went by kind of fast.
It did go by kind of fast. We had a great audience and a great panel, and except for Will. And if he's listening, this is where he'll pop in. But so Mr. Thomas, are you going to start a new channel, or are you just you going to just hang out on panels?
I'm probably just gonna hang out on panels. I was thinking about it before, and I said, I just hang out on panels when I'm invited.
Yeah, well, you will be invited again. In fact, just kind of keep your Saturday open, because I am planning to do another one here at 4 or 4:30 on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I don't know what we'll be discussing. I'm sure we'll figure something out. But just keep it ready. It's great to have you on board, and it's great to have you listen, being on the panel.
Thank you.
I'm going to tell you, panel's fun, but the thing about having a channel is so much work that has to go into it. And it's fun work. I enjoy it, and sometimes you do something that you go, oh wow, that was great. I like what I did there.
Yeah.
And it's a fun thing. When is the next cooking stream? I promise I'll behave. Well, Booger's not here. Booger was a bad influence, I think. Well, you were a bad influence too, Rob, on that cooking stream. Yeah.
How was a bad influence?
I think almost the whole audience was a bad influence. Everybody was a bad influence, but you know what? Yeah, we can probably do a little bit more culinary. Everybody enjoyed that. Yeah, let's face it. I want to cook a butt soon. I may actually record the actual cooking and everything else to it, and we can actually Ray included.
That would be good.
Right. I'm sorry, I didn't say this earlier. Ray had some doctor's appointments today, so she told me she wouldn't be in. And but yes, Ray's going. I told Ray, if you get back and you're a little late, don't worry about it. Just jump in if you want to. And I know that Dawn's got she has some things going on as well, so I knew she was going to not be here as well. But I had to put their picture up with fez caps on, so I did have to do that. I didn't want it to just be a picture of me. Then no one would definitely show up. Product Terminator, why do you even ask, buddy? Why do you even ask? We all know that you're a bad influence. And yes, butt cooking is fun. And remember what I said about if you first time you ever smoke, I would strongly encourage you to go with a Boston butt, because that kind of meat is more forgiving. You can mess up with some things and it'll come out good. Okay, so Mr. Thomas, if you want to hang out backstage for a moment, and I'm going to go ahead and get us sign off. I'm going to throw you back there real quick. And everybody, it's great to have you. This is a great live stream, great show, great audience. First thing I would like to say, I would like to thank somebody show early, but that's okay. She will be invited, and hopefully she can join us again. We had Rob, who is always has really showed some good talent there. I think he's got little skills there, and of course David, the people, because people is plural for person. Good to see you. It was great to have him on the show. And Project Watch, thank you for coming on. We'll keep an eye open for your next video, so I will definitely play that when it comes out. And yes, excuse me. So, if you have any short stories, poems, or art or music you'd like to share, email them to j.lanou.stories@gmail.com. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And, of course, until next time, take care of yourselves.